just wanted you to clarify a little bit, because I don't think people understand that a little THC is necessary in order to get the best effect, right? I mean, CBD, you know, you're going to be okay, just straight CBD, but a little THC, from what I understand, is needed to synergistically work together and give you better efficiency. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So the cannabis plant as a whole has a lot of potential for medical properties, and with CBD Isolate, there are pros and cons. One of the drawbacks is it is just CBD, so you're missing out on all the hundreds of other cannabinoids that is found in cannabis, and including THC and the terpenes.
Okay.
Which
terpenes are for inflammation, or?
Terpenes are what produce the smell of everything.
I was way off. Okay.
So flowers, fruit, everything that you smell, it's the different terpenes in there that you're smelling. So terpenes have their own medical uses, like with aromatherapy. So if you're stressed out and you smell lavender, that's the terpenes having an effect
on your nervous system, right?
So it's the same thing with cannabis, where when you mix CBD, THC, and terpenes together, it is going to give you the best effect, because you're getting all of them at once.
So just one or the other. Like even just straight THC is going to be a totally different effect than with your CBD.
Absolutely. So, and also there's a different way that they impact the brain. So, cannabis affects the cannabinoid system. So all mammals, we have what's called a cannabis system, which is actually named after the cannabis plant, because when they're doing tests and figuring out what exactly THC does, back in the 60s, 70s, that's when they discovered the system. So it regulates all sorts of functions in your body, including memory, sleep, pain management and stress management, temperature control, and immune system. So THC and CBD work together, but they work on the system in different ways.
Okay.
What THC does is it mimics your body's natural chemical that binds to the CB1 receptor, which one of those natural chemicals is called anandamine, which is, it's called the bliss molecule. So anytime you're in the moment, you know, you're on a mountain at a beach, you just feel good. That's your brain releasing that natural chemical. So what THC does is it mimics that chemical perfectly. So what it does is it binds to the receptor and it floods the brain, which is why you get that that rush, that feeling euphoric of joy. It helps you sleep, the pain management. But with that, it also floods your system. So that's where you get more tolerance and dependency. So what CBD does, rather than actually bind to the receptor, it stimulates the receptor, but doesn't actually bind to it. So
so you can't, it won't require higher doses.
Yeah, so it will actually, when used with THC, it will actually counteract some of the effects of THC. So that's why CBD is not considered recreational, because it will get you less high. But
when you're combining it with THC products.
Yes.
Okay.
But with that, it's usually described as a positive thing, because you are getting less memory impairment and less anxiety than if you were just strictly THC. So it kind of makes more balanced high. And it also slows down the breakdown of anandamine, so it lasts in your system longer.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a more mellow high that lasts longer. And that's good, because there are circumstances where I don't really want to be intoxicated. That was a big problem in the past, where I found marijuana to helped greatly with my anxiety and depression. But
And you go around stoned all the time.
When you're perma-stoned, it only that can only go on for so long.
And it would be strongly deterred if you're a nurse, especially injecting faces. Yeah, that would not be a good combination.
So combining CBD with the THC really helps mellow that out and really gives you more control as for your high and your relief, your mindset.
I want to give you guys, peace of mind. Am I using weed at work? I am not. I will use the CBD product alone. I have used THC in the past to help me sleep if I'm off, and I do have social anxiety, which kind of surprises people, but if I'm around large groups, I get that fight or flight, and sometimes I need something just to kind of take down that overstimulation. Plant, that's what it is. Everything has a purpose, and I definitely think CBD is here to stay, as well as the THC too, right?
Yeah.
So the hemp specific for your product is organically grown in Colorado.
Yes.
How'd you even find that?
So I told you before, when I worked in the industry, there is, you tend to make friends within the industry to get help and learn from each other. So on the space that we had to reach out to other businesses and people working in the industry, I found Brett, who works at this lab, and they've been around for a few years, had really good recommendations. So I decided to give them a try. I ordered just an ounce of Isolate and sent that out to get tested by 2 labs. Came back great quality. I couldn't be more happy with it. And it just went from there. Started buying kilos and going from there.
It's amazing. And the previous career for you was?
So I was actually working in extraction lab.
Okay.
So what I was doing, this was in Southern Oregon. We ended up taking, we had acres of hemp growing. We would dry it and then, hey, Lola, easy. So we would dry it and then through a few different filtration processes, controlling the temperature and the vacuum, we would turn the hemp into a distillate, which you find in the vape cartridges.
Okay.
And from there, take that, mix it with solvent, and end up, the CBD will just
Separate or?
yes, it'll crash and start to solidify.
Wow.
And you're left with crystals of just pure CBD. You filter those out, take out all the solvents, and yeah, you're just left with.
Sounds
the
like a lot of
CBD.
work.
It was very fun, actually. That I enjoy science and projects and whatnot, so that was really the big moment that made me realize I wanted to do this for a living, and really made me feel passionate about this. I mean, before I got that job in Southern Oregon, it was all just personal use of experiment, my journey to wellness,
Right.
trial and error. I happened to find CBD and realize that it worked for me, and I loved it. So from there, I kind of played with the idea of, hey, maybe I should do this for a living. But once I found this company, interviewed, moved 6 hours away for the job, that's when it really hit me that this is what I want.
Wow, that's cool.
Like I would walk an hour to work in the morning, work 10-hour
That's
shifts,
dedication.
and an hour back
Wow.
home, and it went by like that.
Wow.
Because time flies when you're having fun.
When you're doing something that you love, right? That is so inspiring. And Keaton is 25 years old. Man, you got your shit together, dude. That's awesome. I'm really proud of you. That's great. And I've really enjoyed our time together today. I'm going to be just signing off for now. Thank you for educating me and educating everybody else. Pleasure. And we're going to follow your journey as you grow. It's awesome. I'm on the basement level. This is amazing. If you guys have any questions, feel free to direct message me. I can hook you up with Keaton, let you know where you can purchase products. I think from the website, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'll be putting his website where you can actually reach out and you can place your order. And if you have any other specific questions, I'll just give you to the expert here. So you guys, it's been awesome. I will chat with you guys next week. Until then, be kind, love your pets, and stay beautiful.